You're watching the 2024 SCAC Baseball Media Days. Today, we're taking a look at the Centenary College baseball program. The Gents will be led as they head into the season once again under the guidance of head coach Mike Diaz, along with leadership from senior Austyn Benoit. And Coach Austyn, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Russell.
Coach, we'll open up with you heading into your 14th season there at Centenary, one win shy of 300 for your career there as the head coach of the Gents, and just 12 SCAC wins shy of jumping into third all-time in SCAC history in terms of wins in league play. I feel often I ask players and student athletes about how they kind of roll over and get prepared coming off the end of a season and the emotion and energy expended. But as a coach, what does that process look like for you? You're obviously there step by step with this group, going through that emotion, going through that expanded energy as you try and climb the mountain each year, and then to regroup and restart each year. What does that look like for you, and how excited are you now to finally be back here at the start of a new season?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're really excited every year to find out what the new group has, and there's always a new set of challenges. Some are similar challenges, some are different challenges, but the season's wrapped up kind of into your preseason and figuring out what we got and trying to develop these guys. And then kind of your early part of the season where you're like, okay, again, now it means something. Let's see what we got and how we got to adjust. And then it's kind of the back half of the season where, man, hopefully we're making a run and a push for a championship and playing our best ball then.
Austyn, heading into your senior season, your third year in the program there at Centenary, you're coming off a superb year last year as a junior. I'm just interested in your thoughts, your mindset coming in this year. Have you seen your role change a little bit as you've started to really become comfortable and familiar with what Coach Diaz expects day in and day out? And just, how excited are you to be back with these guys and ready to start the new season?
Yes, sir. I'm very excited. I'm starting to really get a grasp of like everything, and we we fell short of what we really wanted to do last year, and we're just going to push to keep on going from there.
Coach, I want to look at this pitching staff. This is a group that loses Parker Primo to graduation, kind of a Swiss Army do everything for you guy during his career at Centenary. But outside of that, some really, really strong arms that return. Four pitchers that had 26 or plus more innings for this group a season ago return, starting with, Tyler Herrera and Aiden Rychek, who absolute young studs with this group and the way they've developed over the course of their early career. Just sort of talk a little bit about this staff, how it's coming together, and what you expect from guys like Tyler and Aiden as they continue to develop and take those next steps within the staff.
Yeah, I think it's just the nature of our profession and what we do that you're going to lose good kids, right? They're going to be done with their eligibility. I mean, Primo's actually up at Creighton right now and had a phenomenal career here. And actually the Diaz kid had a great career here. And, he's at Houston Christian right now. So two of our staffs at D1s. So we got a lot of question marks. I think we got some good anchors, some decent guys coming back. Herrera's been really good since he's been here, going to his junior year now. Rychek was freshman of the year last year. And so hopefully those guys could continue actually to get better and not just stay where they're at. But, I think they're going to be staples for us. We've got a number of guys coming back that did things. Broussard and Myers really pitched well as freshmen last year. We really had a young staff besides the Diaz and the Primo kid. And so I think that's a bright spot for us. But also when you lose guys like that dude, they were plus arms here. There's always going to be a little bit like, hey, how good are we going to be? We brought a couple young guys that we like. We brought a couple transfers that we like. And we've got two or three guys that were here last year that didn't get a lot of opportunity that needed to develop that, hopefully they, step up for us this year. But pitching staff, that's always going to be your number one question mark. If your pitching staff's good, you got a chance to win a lot of ball games. That's a wait and see for us. I know we're not bad, but how good are we going to be? We'll see.
Austyn, as I mentioned, coming off a superb season a year ago, honorable mention, all SCAC honors, career highs really across the board, and a number of different statistics, career highs in at-bats, runs, hits, triples, home runs, stolen bases, your batting average up, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, all up across the board. Really impressive stuff. What does a year like that do for you in terms of your individual confidence? And further, how have you continued to grow and develop as a player that gives you that type of confidence going to the plate heading into your senior year?
Yes, sir. I feel like that was the main thing I struggled with when getting here was a lot of confidence, and that just kind of builds my confidence up a lot. And working around like different guys with their different tools every day just kind of helps me in different ways of my game, like every day, and look to see it through the season.
Coach, as we turn and take a look at the lineup, a lot of experience returning six of your top nine guys in terms of hits from a season ago return, including 3 of those top 4, a number of all SCAC performers across the board that'll be back, and Joby Boone, Clay Minard, Colin Pitts, the guy sitting next to you, of course, as we talked about, Lenny Farth, Carson Livesay, all guys that are returning to this lineup. This is an offense that's hit above 300 since going back to that 2020 season. Very consistent. How do you continue to see that growth within this lineup? What are you expecting from some of these guys kind of taking that next step heading into the year?
Yeah, I think that's kind of our question. We had 4 or 5 freshmen start last year. We had some returners play. 2 of them are gone. Austyn's one of the returners that played last year. And honestly, this guy, man, if he didn't get hurt last year, I mean, he had a ligament thing in his thumb, along with a fractured thumb. If that didn't happen, I thought he would have a better year than that. And so we're really looking forward to Austyn staying healthy this year. I think the big thing with our offense is, can we get better? That's what you want from a returning group. We got 6 guys coming back, but at the end of the day, if you don't have hardware from last year, then they got to get better. And so that's where we're looking this group be better than you were last year.
And Austyn, wrapping things up with you, Coach, talks about some of that hardware. And when you have those conversations about some of the goals and expectations going into 2024 with some of your other teammates and leaders within this group, what do those conversations look like? And ultimately, what's going to be key for this group to try and accomplishing those goals and expectations heading into the year?
Yes, sir. Well, the guys with experience, we've done a thing with each other where we tell each other, like, hey, let's try to take these younger guys under our wing and show them like the Gent way, and let's like show them how tough we are. And like, no matter who's on the field, we always have a shot to win, no matter what. And speaking of hardware, that's one thing that as a goal, as a group, that we all look forward to. We want to get past the regional and just see how far we could go. If we play our baseball, I think we could end up anywhere.
And finally, Coach, wrapping up with you, success in our world obviously can be measured in so many different ways and fashions and quantified in all different forms. When you talk about success with your group within your program, what is that message that you try and deliver? And ultimately, 2024 successful if what plays out for this group heading into the year?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cliche, but we really concentrate on process, not product. We want our guys mentally strong. We talk about playing all 9, running hard 90s, playing the game the right way. And if we do that and we have talent that year, I think we'll have a chance to push for a championship every year. But I really think if you tell these guys, hey, man, it's about the process, trust the fact that you're talented enough, that, good things will happen. But, you got to go out there and you got to compete. And that's what's fun about the year. That's what's fun about this profession and what these guys are doing. Doesn't matter how talented you are. You got to go out and play the game. And that's really what we're getting our guys to buy into, like all 9. Well, at the end of the day, let's see what happens.
Centenary College head baseball coach Mike Diaz, along with leadership from senior Austyn Benoit. The Gents open up their 2024 campaign when they take on Rhodes on February 10th. Coach Austyn, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the year.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.